Alright, shout out to AI Code King. He always brings us the best content when it comes to utilizing some of these models. I'm honestly curious. Never use Cline, Phi-4, both DIY, and Aider. This is supposed to be a local AI coder, which is insane, and it beats out Cursor, which is a popular ID. So I'm curious to see how this would work and how I could integrate it so I can make my programming life so much easier if it's just gonna be on my like my local computer.
Hi, welcome to another video. I covered Phi-4 a while back, and it was actually very cool to use. At that time, though, it wasn't officially launched, which meant there weren't official weights of the model available. But now, Microsoft has launched the proper model weights that can be used locally, and it is now available on Ollama and everywhere. Plus, the model has an MIT license, which means it's commercially usable and everything, which is insane. This is the first model that scores this high in benchmarks at this size, and in use, it's even more amazing, and most of the time works super well. It's great at coding as well. Plus,
Not gonna lie to you, we're going to speed this one up a little bit, just a little bit. Oh shit, cause I ain't gonna lie to you, I when you talk slow, I gotta just turn it up a notch.
it's so small that you can easily run it on local computers at a reasonable speed. So, I thought I'd tell you guys how you can use this new model locally with Cline and Aider and do fully private and local AI coding with Phi-4. So, let me tell you how you can make it all work and use it for the best kind of AI coding that you can get locally.
I'm about to take out
But
my
before we do that,
notepad.
let me tell you about today's sponsor.
Honey book completely changed how I do
Oh,
business.
don't do
From
that.
a
Yo, AI
photographer to
Code
an
King.
independent.
I already know. Yo, don't do that. I'ma say it from now. Don't be that channel. You know what I mean? I love your channel. Don't give me an ad on top of a sponsor. Please, please, please. Like I don't give a fuck what this ad does. Just letting you know, cause that was crazy for me. You know.
Stuff now. Now, let's get back to the video. First of all, you'll need to install the model locally. There are multiple ways to install it locally. I recommend using Ollama as it's super easy to use. So first, we'll need to get Ollama installed. You can just get it installed by going to Ollama's site, clicking on the download button,
So
choosing your
download
operating system,
Ollama. You know what? We gonna have the notepad on the screen, cause low key, high key. I want y'all to take notes and kind of like understand this is not a reaction only video. This is a video of trying to like set your environment up that we're reacting to.
and getting it installed. Once that's done, just go to the models page, and you'll see the Phi-4 option here. You can just copy the command here, paste it into your terminal, and this will install the model locally. It will take a bit to download and install it, so just wait a bit. Once it's installed, just send a message and check if it works correctly as required. Once you've made sure of that, we can now get it configured accordingly. By the way, you can also run it via APIs through OpenRouter and others. So, you can do that as well. Anyway, let's get it configured accordingly. So first, let's go to VS Code. Now, make sure that you upgrade Cline to the latest version. Once you've done that, you can just go to Cline, and here go to Settings, and just choose Ollama. Here, you'll just need to enter the model name of Phi-4 like this. Once you've done that, you can just hit Save, and now we can just start using it. You can also use the auto-approve features and stuff like that. But for now, let's ask it to make a simple, playable synth keyboard. By the way, I'm sending this prompt on a basic Expo app that I just created. Anyway, let's wait a bit, and it's now done. So, it did everything quite well, and that too in an Expo app, which has a bunch of stuff, and is generally a lot harder for LLMs to work with. Anyway, if we run this, then we have the stuff here, which
Mm.
is what was required. If we play this, then this also works pretty well. So, this is pretty great, and it's
You know
probably
what's crazy? I'm trying to make a 3JS shot analyzer. Like, if cuz I like basketball, so if a basketball player was to come and put their shot video and stuff, it'll give them it's supposed to be give them an analysis of their shot and what they can work on, like the things that's wrong, like feedback. I'm trying to use OpenAI and a lot of different tools. The AI coding thing is not helping. I'm looking at this video to help me with that project. Hopefully I'll be going live with it. Today's Monday, so Tuesday night, overnight. I do like a midnight stream. But that's really why I want to understand this, because this is like going to help my workflow.
One of the first models that is able to do this. Many people would think, why not use Qwen 2.5 Coder 32B? Well, you can, but it isn't able to solve this task with Cline and bugs out, whereas this Phi-4 is pretty reliable and also 2 times lower in parameters than that.
Yeah, because I trained my model on Qwen 7B. Motherfucker is dumb. Like, he only talks in parentheses, periods, and commas. I don't know why. I think it's me. I didn't probably train him on the proper data set. And that's why I'm doing it a different way. So I could, like, I guess better see what the fuck went wrong. Because I opened Jarvis and this nigga was talking in fucking grammar. Not even sentences, just grammar, period, apostrophes, close parentheses, open quotations. I'm like, nigga, you cussing me out in text? What the fuck?
Now, let me also show you how you can use it with Bolt DIY as well. If you don't have Bolt DIY installed, then just head over to the GitHub repo and get Bolt DIY installed via Docker or locally. Installing via Docker is super easy, but for locally, you'll just need to clone it, then use pnpm install, which will get the required packages installed, and then you'll need to run pnpm run dev, and it will get started. Once all that is
In the world of speech recognition, accuracy isn't just a metric, it's everything. Today we're proud to announce Universal 2, our most accurate speech-to-text model.
done, Bolt will get started. Just open it up, choose Ollama as the provider, and you'll see the Phi-4 model. Just select it, and you can now start using it quite easily. Remember that the context limit of the model is only 16K, which means you might see some artifacting, especially in this case. But you can see that this works pretty well and is really good, especially considering that you can run it locally. You can also download code, sync code, and everything like that, which makes it really good in use. You can also follow up, and it works well with Bolt, which is pretty great considering it's all local and private as well. So, that's super great. Apart from this, many of you would also want to use Aider. So first of all, make sure that you upgrade Aider to the latest version. First, just get Aider upgraded with this command. Once that's done, just start Aider with Ollama as the provider and the model name of Phi-4 like this. Once done, you can just hit enter, and now you can start using it. Now, let's ask it to build me a playable synth keyboard as well using HTML, CSS, and JS. Once we send it, you can see that it starts working on it. If we wait a bit, then it's now done, and it did this pretty well. If we try to run this, then this looks pretty good. And if we try to use it, then this also works pretty well. So that's great. That's basically how you can set up everything and use it as well. I think that this Phi-4 model is the best Phi model, and especially the best model under 72B, because you can easily run it locally, and it works really well, and the speed is pretty reasonable. You don't need to have an RTX 4090 or something like that either. You can run it on a computer with about 16 gigs of VRAM that most computers have these days.
Honestly, this was a great video on how to set up your environment. Like, I'm gonna like it. Thanks, man. I'm running 512G, 3060, no problem so far. I don't think you need 16B. What's your GPU? Yeah, and that's another thing I run into. A lot of times I'm working with these models and halfway into building it, I'm like running into space issues. I got like a little 16 gigabyte computer that I be trying to hustle with, make videos with. I do everything on this computer. So I do probably need an upgrade, maybe my own PC. But it is great to know that there are like options to like still, make LLMs, program and shit. Like, it's not demoralizing. Like you gotta pay your way to play the shit. So thanks for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.